spoke about that he shouldn't have.
Oh.
Because it's a time and a place for everything. I'm not gonna say he's right and I'm not gonna say he's wrong. You know, but it's so crazy. When he spoke about it, I could have easily came out and said, yeah, you spoke about it. I ain't have to say nothing.
I want to come out and try to fool you. And the Dum Dum of the Day award goes to Manny Pacquiao.
Look, I'm one of those people that say, you know what? Manny Pacquiao should be tired. But it's not because he's old. It's because he got nothing left to prove.
Floyd Mayweather didn't hold back when new footage surfaced of his longtime rival, Manny Pacquiao, back in training. The 46-year-old Pacquiao was seen hitting the mitts, showing flashes of his well-known speed. But Mayweather's reaction was blunt. He looked slow. That comment quickly stirred up conversation among fans, reigniting talk of a potential exhibition match or even a comeback fight for Pacquiao. With Mayweather's sharp response, speculation is only heating up.
Manny Pacquiao is negotiating with Barrios to fight at 147. No tears. I haven't heard one tear. So guess what? Since we know that Mario Barrios and Manny Pacquiao has been in serious negotiations, let me ask you, is it a good fight? Mario Barrios versus Tank Davis at 147. Yes, it is. That fight was a struggle, and if Mario Barrios wasn't weight drained with the rehydration clause at 140, think about 147, Tank going up from 135 to 147. Yeah, y'all, no, shoe program. Because Mario Barrios was winning every round leading up right before he got knocked down. You fight Mario Barrios at 147, it may be a different story. I'm not saying that Mario Barrios wins. I'm saying that Mario Barrios is more comfortable at 147, way bigger than Gervonta Tank Davis. What is he, 5'10", 5'11"? All right, Gervonta Tank Davis never only fought at 140 once, never fought at 147. Move up from 135 to 147. Y'all know it's a tough fight.
To really grasp the meaning behind Mayweather's recent comment, you have to look back at the deep, complicated rivalry between him and Pacquiao. Both fighters ruled the boxing world during the 2000s and early 2010s, Pacquiao known for his explosive power and non-stop pressure, while Mayweather made his name with unmatched defense and smart, technical fighting. Their long-awaited showdown finally happened on May 2, 2015, after years of failed talks. Called the fight of the century, it ended up letting some fans down because it was more strategic than action-packed. Mayweather won by unanimous decision, keeping his perfect record intact and proving that Pacquiao couldn't crack his defensive style. But the rivalry didn't end there. Pacquiao later said a shoulder injury affected his performance, while Mayweather often mocked that excuse. Over the years, they've both hinted at a rematch, but so far, it's all talk.
What caused it?
He was holding, so he wouldn't stop. Oh, Floyd was boxing him up. Yeah, so Floyd is just piecing him up. So Floyd, you know, I mean, even at 46, he's the greatest of all time, and this kid is really an MMA fighter. He's a tough guy. He caught Floyd a couple times, some little shots. But mostly he's just getting boxed up, right? Boxed up by literally the greatest boxer of all time. But he was holding on quite a bit and wouldn't let go and was trying to like hold and clinch and hit, which is something like right here, which is something you can do in MMA. So he's protecting himself from Floyd, but he's not letting go. And so Kenny Bayless gets tired of him not listening and not letting go, and he pushes him off and he says, that's it, I'm stopping this fight. That's it. You won't listen to me, I am calling this fight. So he goes crazy and gets away from Kenny Bayless and just starts wailing punches at Floyd. Look at this, Floyd catches him with a counter right there. Bang!
You fought against Manny Pacquiao, you fought against Floyd Mayweather. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the hardest puncher, what would you rate both fighters?
We all know that Mayweather is not known for a big punch. It stings, it stings, yes. I would have to say they're about the same. You know, it's funny because I didn't feel Pacquiao's punch. I didn't do anything to me, so I didn't really feel his punch. He punched the same. The only difference is that Pacquiao has the ability to really maybe knock you out, but he's got to land that perfect punch. And Pacquiao's more of a, he doesn't have that good timing like Mayweather.
What about speed?
Speed? It's different. It's different speed because Mayweather is a guy who for one fast shot, boom. Pacquiao is. He'll throw 4, 5, 6, 7 punches and fast. I think both guys might be the same. I would have to go with Pacquiao.
In April 2025, a video of Manny Pacquiao training at Wild Card Gym in Los Angeles made waves on social media. Under the guidance of his longtime coach Freddie Roach, the 46-year-old legend was seen hitting the mitts, working the speed bag, and moving through footwork drills. Despite his age, Pacquiao looked sharp, firing off quick combinations and showing reflexes that would put younger fighters to shame. Fans and boxing analysts praised his condition, with many saying he looked ageless and still dangerous, but Floyd Mayweather wasn't impressed. Shown the clip during a promotional event, Mayweather smirked and dismissed it, saying, "He looked slow. That ain't the same Manny." For those who know Mayweather, the comment wasn't a surprise. He's always been known for cutting remarks and downplaying his rivals. But when it comes to Pacquiao, the rivalry goes beyond boxing. It's personal. Now, Pacquiao, the only boxer in history to win world titles in 8 different weight classes, is preparing for a dramatic return to the ring. After retiring in 2021 following a loss to Jordanis Ugas, Pacquiao has announced a comeback fight. He plans to challenge Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight title in July 2025. This bout is especially meaningful, as it brings his career full circle. His first world title came back in 1998 when he won the WBC flyweight belt with a knockout victory over Chatchai Sasikal in the 8th round.
What's the next fight you're working?
You're not working now, Mr. Amigo?
Where? Oh, you going to New York?
No.
I'm saying, you know, I told someone that he's one of the main coaches here, and they said, why is Roberts Gardner a coach? They thought he was the guy. No, I'm serious. Someone thought that you were the Gardner guy.
What? No.
Blas? Yeah, no, someone seriously, one of the boxing reporters. No, Blas. I said, no, he's not. Yeah, of course, he's a legend. Where is he?
What is yours?
The firefighter.
They thought I was
Because they saw the video and they got confused. Oh, Mikey's here. Who's the guy with Mikey? Who's the guy with Mikey? Okay, really quick. Manny Pacquiao. It looks like he fight Barrios July 19. Who wins?
Mario Barrios has quickly risen through the welterweight division and now holds the WBC welterweight title, setting the stage for a headline matchup against boxing icon Manny Pacquiao. Barrios claimed the interim title in September 2023 after a dominant win over Jordanis Ugas, knocking him down twice and earning a unanimous decision. The victory carried extra weight since Ugas had defeated Pacquiao in 2021, which was Pacquiao's last fight before retiring. After Terence Crawford moved up to the super welterweight division, the WBC officially promoted Barrios to full champion. Since then, Barrios has welcomed the idea of facing Pacquiao. "It would be an honor and a dream come true," he said. "Manny is a legend and someone I've looked up to for years." Now 46, Pacquiao is preparing for a return to the ring after a 4-year break, hoping to reclaim a world title. While some question whether he still has what it takes, Pacquiao remains confident, pointing to his 2019 win over Keith Thurman as proof he can still compete at the highest level. This upcoming fight is shaping up to be a true test of youth versus experience. Barrios is looking to cement his reputation as a world-class champion, while Pacquiao aims to write one more remarkable chapter in his legendary career. The buzz around the fight is growing fast, with fans and boxing insiders sharing mixed opinions. WBC President Mauricio Suleiman has voiced strong support for the matchup, saying, "I think Pacquiao can still beat or at least compete with anyone out there." His endorsement signals the WBC's openness to sanctioning the bout, recognizing both Pacquiao's lasting appeal and fighting spirit. Pacquiao's longtime advisor, Sean Gibbons, also sees the fight as a smart move. He described Barrios as an ideal opponent for Pacquiao, calling it a 50-50 fight, but one Manny can absolutely win. Gibbons believes Barrios' style could play into Pacquiao's strengths, making this not just a competitive fight, but a winnable one.
We have Sean Gibbons here, Manny Pacquiao's right-hand man, advisor, head of MP Promotions. Sean, I know you spent a lot of time with Manny Pacquiao over recent weeks and months. There's a lot of conversations about Manny's comeback. What is the latest that you could offer and the update around the potential matchup with Mario Barrios?
Well, the latest is Manny's fighting an exhibition on 28th in Japan. So, you don't really look past that. But if he's successful there, Mario Barrios, we've talked about Conor Benn, which I believe was a great fight. That would have been a tremendous fight. We could have done it in England. We could have done it in the U.S. We could have done it in Riyadh season. But the fact that he wasn't able to come off the suspension, that put the brakes on that. So that brought us to Mario Barrios. He's the WBC world champion. Manny's first belt ever, many years ago, was a WBC belt. So I think it would have been a great story and a very winnable fight for Manny. So again, over the next month or so, we'll either be able to make these fights or we won't. that is definitely on the target.
Some see Mayweather's recent comment about Pacquiao as a sign of insecurity, an attempt to protect his legacy by downplaying his old rival's return. Others view it as a fair point. After all, at 46, no boxer moves like they did in their prime. Former champion Timothy Bradley offered a balanced take, saying, "Look, Floyd's not wrong, Manny has lost a step. But he's still better than most active fighters." While Mayweather is comfortably retired, stepping into the ring only for light exhibition matches against influencers and MMA fighters, Pacquiao has taken a different route. After losing to Yordanis Ugas in 2021, he briefly retired to focus on politics in the Philippines. But his recent return to training has sparked serious talk of a comeback, whether in a real fight or another high-profile exhibition. Physically, Pacquiao has aged well. Known for clean living and legendary discipline, he's avoided many of the wear and tear issues that plague other fighters. Still, age naturally slows reflexes and recovery. His training footage, paired with Mayweather's reaction, has reignited chatter about a possible rematch. Back in 2018, the two teased fans with a face-off at a music event in Tokyo, hinting at a second fight. Mayweather has publicly shrugged off the idea, but the financial appeal is hard to ignore. Their first bout brought in over $600 million. Even now, a rematch could draw huge pay-per-view numbers, especially if marketed as a final showdown between two legends. Sources close to Pacquiao say he's open to the idea, particularly if the fight takes place in Asia or the Middle East, where he has a massive fan base. As for Mayweather, he's always been strategic. He may consider it, but only if the money is right and the risks are low.
We have a chance to have a rematch.
Of course, if I was Manny Pacquiao, would I be chasing Floyd Mayweather to do an exhibition to get a good payday? Absolutely. Absolutely I would.
I can say that more action than compared to the first one, because the first one, we know the fact that I have injury in my shoulders.
There's no blueprint on how to beat Floyd Mayweather.
He's older than me.
When we talk about Hall of Fame, he's a Hall of Famer. But nobody has the remedy on how to beat Floyd Mayweather. Where Manny had a great career, but boxing retired Manny. Manny didn't retire from boxing.
I'm still young, so what I have done and accomplished in boxing, I think it's one of a kind, because to get a different weight division is not that easy.
Freddie Roach, Pacquiao's legendary trainer, recently responded to Mayweather's comment in an interview. "Floyd can say what he wants, he's earned that right," Roach said. "But I see Manny every day in the gym. Is he as fast as he was at 25? No. But he's smarter, more efficient, and still a nightmare for most fighters." Roach also teased that Pacquiao isn't focused on pursuing another world title, but there are plenty of options for his future: exhibitions, charity bouts, or even a fun fight in places like Saudi Arabia or Dubai. The reaction to Pacquiao's training video and Mayweather's comment highlights a tricky issue in boxing: aging athletes. While other sports celebrate the longevity of their stars, boxing often raises concerns about the risks to health when older fighters step back into the ring. However, in recent years, there's been a noticeable uptick in older fighters making comebacks, often in the form of exhibitions or special events. These events tap into the nostalgia fans have for boxing legends, and the demand for such bouts is clear. That a key example of this is Mike Tyson's 2020 exhibition match against Roy Jones Jr. Even though both were well past their prime, the fight still drew millions of viewers and generated huge pay-per-view revenue, proving that the fan interest in these legends is still strong, no matter their age. Similarly, Oscar de la Hoya teased a comeback in 2021, sparking excitement from fans who remembered his glory days in the ring. Though his return was delayed due to COVID-19 complications, the buzz surrounding it showed the huge commercial potential of these events. Evander Holyfield also made a comeback at 58, though his performance raised concerns about safety and regulation. Still, these examples point to a growing trend in boxing. Fans are willing to pay to see their heroes again, even if it's just for an exhibition. Nostalgia sells, especially when it's paired with a compelling story or rivalry.
Have you seen the Mike Tyson
He's
video?
like 65. What?
Yes. You haven't seen? Dude.
No.
Oh, get ready for this, because he looks fucking sensational. Look at this.
Right.
You need his volume so you can hear this, too. I mean, what in the dude?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
He said on the podcast didn't want to work out again because his ego would get fired up again. He said that in his post that my ego had been reignited. He gave a statement about it saying that like his ego has been reignited.
Good for him.
Yeah. Oh,
good for us.
He said something about how the gods of war have brought him out again. It was like really heavy duty. I think it's real recent.
Wow.
Mayweather has hinted that Manny Pacquiao's potential return to the ring might be financially motivated, a scenario many retired fighters face when seeking one last big payday. This is a common trend, as transitioning to a stable life after boxing can be tough for athletes. While some may question Pacquiao's decision, Mayweather also acknowledged Pacquiao's incredible skill. Even at 46, Pacquiao's abilities still surpass the best performances of many active fighters, thanks to his vast experience and unorthodox fighting style. However, Mayweather also cautioned about the physical risks of returning to top-level competition at an advanced age, especially when facing younger opponents. His comments show both respect for Pacquiao's legacy and concern for the dangers of making a comeback. Despite these risks, Pacquiao has officially announced his return to the ring at 46, aiming to fight for a world title in the welterweight division. He's set to face Mario Barrios in a title bout scheduled for July, with the WBC approving his comeback under rules that allow former champions to request title fights after retirement. For many fighters, financial difficulties often play a big role in their decision to return to the ring. While boxing's biggest stars, like Mayweather and Canelo Alvarez, earn massive sums, the majority of professional boxers struggle to make ends meet. A study found that even active fighters participating in several bouts a year might earn only around $28,000 before expenses. After factoring in costs for trainers, managers, and training camps, many boxers end up with a net income below minimum wage. This financial strain is worsened by the lack of union representation and standardized pay in boxing, leaving fighters vulnerable to inconsistent earnings and limited support. Unfortunately, this issue isn't just confined to lesser-known fighters. Famous champions like Mike Tyson and Joe Louis also faced financial ruin despite their success in the ring. Tyson, for example, earned over $300 million during his career but filed for bankruptcy in 2003 due to overspending and poor financial decisions. In response to these challenges, organizations like Ring 10 have emerged to help retired or struggling boxers. Founded by former fighter Matt Farrago, Ring 10 provides financial assistance and community support to boxers in need. These problems highlight the urgent need for structural reforms in the sport, including better financial education for fighters, standardized minimum pay, and stronger support systems to help athletes retire with dignity and financial security.
I'm broke, so I need to fight.
How much UFC fighters actually make? The average UFC fighter made $160,022 in 2021, with 42% of fighters making six figures or up. The UFC basically has three payout tiers, the lowest tier ranging from $10,000 to $30,000, the mid tier ranging from $80,000 to $250,000, and the high tier ranging from $500,000 to $3 million per fight. Keep in mind that the pay structure is 50% to show up and 50% to win, so in the lowest tier getting $10,000 to show up and $10,000 to win. And you also have the potential to win a $50,000 bonus depending on your performance.
50 G's.
50 G's.
60 G's, baby!
But even if you made the $160,000 average, fighters have a lot of expenses between the gym, management, taxes, coaching, medicals, and more.
60% of my money is already gone.
That means that 50 to 60% of your $160,000 can be gone just like that, which really reveals